Okay, before I start this video, it's not video I would usually do, but I decided to do it because I was planning on doing a challenge video with a friend, but she couldn't make it to film this time and I need to get a video up. So I was like, I'll hold that till next week. Then I wanted to film a video that was a relate video, a comedy video, but then I had to get another person to film with me. And I wanted the same girl to help me, and she said, no, I can't help you film. So I thought, what could I do? And then I was watching the Gabby show, StoryTimes, and I was like, wow, these are interesting. It's fun to watch. So I was like, maybe I should try my own. So first I was going to do my camera getting stolen, but I realized that wasn't interesting. Then I realized lots of my friends have been asking me about this. Lots of people talk about this. So this is what I'm going to share today. Hello, the wonderful world of YouTube. We are back with another video, and today I'm doing a video that I usually don't do, but I decided to do because, oh, I forgot to tell you, I had to reset my computer because it was so much storage was on it for no reason. So I had to reset it and delete everything so I could clean it up and put things I actually needed. So deleted. If you don't know, I edit on a system called Final Cut Pro, and there's these plugins you buy, and I bought them and they got erased, so I have to email the company I bought from to send me the links back so I can re-download them, so my video won't look as professional. So I decided, what's a video I can do where I don't need a lot of editing skills, I could probably basically make on anything, and I was like, story time. So today I'm going to talk about the time I went to Africa. Yes. Now, I was not born in Africa. I was born in a place I don't want to give my location. I was born in America. That's very, what's the word? Generic? No, whatever. So I went there 2 times. Went there for about a few months. I went back and I stayed there for a year. I lived there, I went to school there, I made friends there. So I just want to talk about that today. This video will probably be a little bit longer, but I'm just going to tell you little stories that happened in Africa. Some of them are interesting, some of them are pretty crazy, and I just thought you guys would enjoy this. So let's get started into the video. I mean this way, video. So the first time I went to Africa, it was not really interesting. I kind of went there for vacation. I hung out with my cousins, we went to the water park, it was fun. Nothing crazy happened then. And then I came back to America. And then what grade was I in? I think when I came back, I was maybe going into 1st grade. And then a few months later, between that time, we're gonna go back, maybe another vacation. I don't know when this was, probably I have to do the math, I was probably 7 when we went back the second time. So we went back the second time, airport stuff, blah, blah, blah. And nothing interesting happened at the airport. We just went on the plane. And we went to Africa for the second time, so I was used to what was happening. And, I could, my aunt came to pick us up to take her to her house because, we were there visiting and we didn't have anywhere to live. So, I was used to kind of, getting there. I was used to being on a plane. That was maybe my 3rd time coming on a plane. So I was used to everything was cool. So we stayed at her house for a few months. Me and my brother thought, oh, it's just vacation again. We'll be back in America in no time. And then suddenly my mom gets a call from my dad, and they're talking and they're talking. And then we're like, oh, did something go wrong? But no, nothing was wrong. Everything was fine. And then my mom's like, Gilbert, Nix, we need to talk. So we're like, what happened? And then they were like, we're gonna stay in Africa for the rest of the year. Huh? So we were gonna stay there for the rest of the year. That means we were gonna get enrolled in school. That means we were gonna find a place to live. That means we were gonna stay there for I think 8 more months or something. Me and my brother were like, what? Back then I didn't really have friends. That sounds so bad. So I wasn't missing anything back in America, but I was like, yeah. My brother was okay with it too. I mean, we weren't staying there forever. It was just 8 more months or something. So when I was going into school, I was going into, I think, kindergarten? Yes, I was going into kindergarten, and this is where the actually funny start. This is where the funny things start happening. My first story, these are short stories, was when we were doing a lesson in class and we were learning how to say really advanced words. There was the word husband. But the way my teacher was saying it, she was saying it really weird. So it was husband or something like that. What's a husband? I started writing it down. I'm like, what's a husband? And then everyone's laughing at me. I'm like, you idiots, what's a husband? And then my friend who speaks normally, I guess, and she's like, what do you not know what a she doesn't speak normal, blah. She speaks weird. She's like, do you not know what a husband is? Like, you're gonna have one in like 20 years. I was like, what? And then my other friend who speaks normal, she's like, oh, do you know what a husband is? I was like, oh, a husband, I know what that is. Yeah. So yeah, I was embarrassed. I was like, and yeah. Next, the more like, okay. So the rest of these stories might include some of the friends I had back in Africa. These friends were jerks. Literally, they weren't really my friends. My brother had one good friend in Africa. I think we still have his like contact information. He wasn't really my friend, but he's just nice to me, so I count him as like my only friend there. I'm not gonna say his name, but you know, I don't think he's in these stories, but he was just a nice guy. And if you're watching this, you know who you are, and hey, probably not watching this, but that's okay. So the jerks' names, I can actually say their names because I know they're probably not watching this. When I went to Africa, YouTube existed and I don't think they even knew. So I can say their names. I'm not gonna say their last names. I don't even remember their last names. But remember their names were Zeke, Junior, Jimmy, Natalie. We had a big Natalie and a small Natalie because there was like a Natalie who's my age and Natalie who's like 10, like a lot older than us. We didn't say it for like size, just for like age difference. And then there's this guy, I forgot his name, but let's just call him Damien because that's what I'm thinking of right now. So when we met these guys, me and my brother were just walking around and they're like, oh, you're the new kids in the neighborhood? Like, yeah. Where are you from? And they're naming all these parts in Africa. We're like, oh, we're from America. What? And we're like, yeah. They start asking us, oh, tell us about America. Is it cool? Do you guys eat burgers all day? And they had so many stereotypes. I'm like, dang. So these kids, they were jerks. They were hardcore jerks. When we lived in this neighborhood, I'll try to explain this. Like, here is like the level ground where like all the houses were around. There was houses over there and there was houses everywhere. But there was a hill where you could like drive down and like go around all the houses. So in that hill, we used to start from the top and like run down and see who was the fastest. We used to have races and Zeke was always the fastest, but he ran this really silly way. No, I shouldn't say that. This really stupid way that made everyone laugh and go slower. And you know, I tried copying him and then I fell down the hill. Everyone laughed at me. That was the story. The next story is not including myself, but it's my brother. So my brother went on this trip and they were going to this really like really hot place where there's lots of mosquitoes and stuff. So you know, he goes on the trip. I think it's like a 2-day trip. It was a really short trip, but I remember him going and he like recorded it. He had fun. He had like one friend there. It was not the same friend who was nice to me, it was just a different friend. He was cool. And so they went on the trip. So he came back and he had these like not bites, but like pimples everywhere. And I guess it wasn't a big deal. They weren't like that. It was like, you know, bites everywhere, and they started coming up as the day was going by when he came home. So they went to the doctor, and you know, I was at home. I was playing with the jerk friends I had. So my brother and my mom, they came home and they were talking about, oh, like Gilbert has like chicken pox, and we're like, what? If you didn't know, there's a vaccine for chicken pox so you prevent from getting them. I've never gotten chicken pox. If you get chicken pox, it's not the end of the world. It's just something that some kids go through unless you get a vaccine. My brother had gotten the vaccine, so we were so confused. We were like, why does he have chicken pox? 2 days later, this doctor, this professional doctor with a degree who went to college, calls us, and then my mom's like, hello? Yeah, hello? Is this like the blah, blah, blah resident? Yeah, yes. Oh, it turns out that your son does not have chicken pox. It's just mosquito bites. What? Yeah, he's fine. Just rub this ointment and he'll be okay. Okay, bye. My mom was like, whoa, like that could have gone really wrong. He could have taken medicine. He couldn't have taken so much stuff to like take this away. He could have gotten sick. So we were just like, how can a professional get that wrong? Like, that's crazy. Okay, now I'm gonna talk mostly about school, like school-related things. And if you didn't know, I've been playing the piano for a long time. I really started playing piano in the 3rd grade, but I really started in Africa. I had this teacher who taught me. He was like really snooty. His name was like Antonio or something. Yeah, let's just call him that. He was really snooty. He'd be like, Nix, you have to sit up straight when you play the piano. You have to have your fingers curled when you play the piano. Nix, you have to look at the music when you play the piano. God. He used to teach me. He like taught me so slow. A normal teacher would be this. Okay, Nix, your practice is this song and this song. Play it, memorize the first one, and you're good. He was like, okay, Nix, your exercises are doing this. Put down your finger and try to lift your ring finger without moving your other fingers. And do that 10 times. That's your exercise. So he was a bad teacher, first of all. I couldn't even play piano when I got back to America, so he didn't teach me anything. So I just want to say he was a bad teacher. He was snooty. That wasn't really a story. Next story. The next thing is that when the floor I lived in, the buildings were put in like building A, building B, building C, building D, like that. It went up to H, I think, and I lived on F. And I lived on one of the highest floors. I was like F6. And I know it doesn't seem high, but it was pretty high. So my friends, my mom used to buy us like lots of food and like tasty foods, and I used to eat them before hanging out with my friends. My friends, they usually got like some food they didn't like, so my bedroom in the house had a window where you can look outside and see all the other houses, and you can see like my jerk friends playing, and they used to be like, hey, what are you eating? I'd be like, pizza. They'd be like, oh, can I have some? And as a person back then, I could not say no. So instead of running downstairs, handing the slice, and running back up, which would have taken like a minute probably because I was pretty fast, I decided to take the pizza, drop it down the window. And I did that with literally lots of food. I did that with chips. I did that with lollipops. I did that with gummy bears. I did that with lots of food. And then one day, if you're my friend, I think I've told you this, but one day, my friends wanted to see my glasses, and I only had one pair of glasses that I only had to keep. And this was like near the time where I was about to go back to America. I know I'm all over the place, but it was just like, oh, can I see your glasses? I literally took off my glasses, dropped them out the window. And then he's like, I got it, I got it, I got it. He didn't get it. So my glasses, they broke, but you know, it was like a month before I was going back. And it didn't break like, it didn't break like I couldn't even see out of them. It's just like the lens thing popped out, so we just put it back in. We just hoped like don't touch it, don't like roll your glasses again, and you know, yeah. We interrupt this program to give you some news. Hey guys, this is Editing Nick right now, and I just wanted to tell you that I realized I filmed like almost 30 minutes of this story time. And I didn't want it to be too long because usually when I watch really long videos, I kind of get like bored, and I didn't want you to get bored. It's like literally like half of the whole story. So I thought, you know what, I might make a part 2. So if you want to hear part 2 of my time living in Africa, just comment down below and just tell me, because maybe I'll put it as a part 2 for story time. It was kind of like more stories, or kind of a little bit more funnier, but I thought this part was pretty good. So if you want to hear part 2, then just comment down below, and if you don't, then I'll just delete it and that'll be it. You may go back to your program. Hello! You are back. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you thought it was interesting. Maybe I'll do more like it. Like, subscribe, follow me on my social media, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye! I'm cold. I'm wearing shorts. So I'm gonna put this blanket right here, but you can't see. Oh wait, you just... Yes. Yeah.